What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about how long you should actually wait before dating a guy and why women get into situations they get in with the bad men, the bad wolf, right? Before we get started, if you can, please subscribe. Just click the red button below. Also, I have a new ebook coming out in a couple of days or a week, at least a week, on value. So make sure to keep your eyes open for that. And also, if you want to get a texting session, phone session, whatever session, with email session with me, the link's down in the description. Okay. So here we go. Jumping right into this. I say numerous times. I say it in my. I think I say in several videos that a guy usually knows at about a month that he knows. Okay, I want to date this girl. Now, that's when he knows he wants to do it. That doesn't mean he's going to rush right into it, but that's when he knows he wants to do it. I feel like after 2 months, a girl should she invested enough time and energy and effort to actually have the right to say, hey, where's this going? What do you want to do? And things like that. And I think that's the perfect time to ask a guy before so you don't come off needy and clean. Because again, 2 months is a good investment. However, the problem with that is you truly don't see who a guy or who a person, not even a guy, but just who a person is after 3 months, right? It takes 90 days before you see someone's true colors. And I remember I was in a relationship one time where me and this girl, we were doing really well for the 6 months we dated. We were doing really well, really well, really well. 3 month mark, and then just dived off, right? And it was, hey, I seen her true colors. She was a little prissy princess, wanted everything handed to her. She thought she wore the fucking pants. Oh no, she didn't. But it just did not work out really well. I saw who she really was as a person, and I think the same problem I made is the same situation that a lot of women get themselves into, and that's that they take off they're so into the moment, they're so into moving forward in this guy, and they think that hanging out with the guy and knowing a guy is the same thing as trusting a guy. And I feel like a lot of women take off or have their rose-colored glasses on, and they're in that mode, or in that that early stage feeling of a relationship where they don't investigate. They take off their investigative lenses or glasses, and they feel like, I'm just going to go with the flow, and because I hang out with him so much, that's going to work out great. When they don't realize that knowing and trusting are two different things. And I actually want to give you a scenario or a situation and tell you like what she was actually doing wrong. So this is made up, of course. Let's say that some girl decided to date Harold, and Harold just got out of a divorce, right? Harold said, I just got out of a divorce, but don't worry about it. You're not a rebound. I've been emotionally detached from her for several months, and I'm just ready to date. I really like you. Let's see where it goes. Now, of course, the girl goes along with it because she really likes it. She has no reason not to. Things are going well. You're moving forward. He's treating you like you've never been treated before. You haven't dated in years, or you haven't had a boyfriend who treats you this well in years. So you're like, why not? Why would I pass this opportunity up? So you date for several months, and then hanging out often. You're like, I really like, or she like, I really like this guy. I really like this guy. So several months are down the road, and let's say you're over at his place or he's over at yours, and you see a letter on the table or a text from his phone from his wife saying that she's happy that they're together still, and that they worked it out, and that she's in love, and that she couldn't even think about divorcing him and things like that. Of course, he comes out from the bathroom or shower or whatever, and you see it, and you get in his face. And you're like, "What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this shit?" And you're freaking out. And he's just like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't want to. We are getting a divorce. I just didn't. I just don't know how to tell her. That I want to go through with it. And I didn't want to say anything to you because I love you, and I know I have no backbone. I'm so sorry. I'm so in love with you, and I know you wouldn't accept me if I did, or if I told you the truth, and blah 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 blah." Now, of course, a lot of women would actually go through and keep the guy around for several reasons. One would be an insecurity, situation. She might be insecure. She might be scarce with men, so she doesn't want to give this guy up that she's invested in. The second thing is she's thinking, the what if. Like, what if I actually give him up and I missed this opportunity? Like, what if he's telling the truth, right? The what if. And she gets herself in the same situation that a lot of women get into, and I call it a gambler's dilemma. You know, you're gambling, you're investing a lot of money, time, and all these kind of things, to the point where you can't pull away. Okay, you're emotionally, physically, mentally, sexually, all, you know, you're just so attracted and invested into this person that the last thing you want to do is give it up, because you feel like you're giving up so much. And this is a tactic that a lot of guys will use. He will lie and bullshit a woman in the beginning, get her super invested, and then when she does find out, he doesn't, you know, or he knows she's going to stick around because he did treat her well. Yeah, he lied to her, but he might treated her pretty well, and he's hoping that she can be fooled even further, and he can trick her, manipulate her, and say, oh, I'll get that divorce, I'll break up with her, or I'll do this, I'll do that, don't worry about it, just stick with me. And a lot of women fall for it because they're so emotionally invested. And again, the reason for that is they think that hanging out with a guy often and knowing a guy is the same as trusting a guy. They're two different things. And a woman thinks, oh, I see him twice a week, we talk all the time. That's so much different than actually trusting a guy and understanding where he's coming from. And again, just like this situation, the girl went in too deep, just having fun with the guy and getting to know the guy, and just, you know, she just went in autopilot and took off her investigative glasses because she associated hanging out and talking to the guy as trusting and actually knowing and understanding who he is as a person. So that's why he slipped through with that. So what I'm trying to say to wrap all this back up is, if you want to, I think 2 weeks, I think 2 months. 2 months is the right time, or is the furthest time you should be, you should let it go without saying something. 2 months, okay? But what I wanted to emphasize in this video was, it's very important to keep your investigative glasses on and to actually be wary in what's going on of his true intentions. Because a lot of girls, again, they take off the glasses, they give the guy the benefit of the doubt, and he takes advantage of it, okay? And that's not all men, but a lot, some men might do it. And I'd rather you be safe than sorry. You don't know the guy, don't trust him, okay? Just if you want to wait 3 months and you can, okay, but I think 2 months is okay if you actually keep the glasses on. You don't have this like bias where you're trying to justify, his feelings for you and every situation, and you actually keep a neutral mind, and you actually look and say, okay, why is he doing this, and do some investigative work, okay? I feel like if you do that, 2 months is okay. You kind of know what you're getting yourself into. But again, a lot of women they take off the glasses and they just let themselves roam and go with the feeling, and then they realize why they got screwed, okay? So that being said, ladies, I love you. Take care.